Think low spec's the only one here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Ah, give me some go-go juice. You're the only one here, so you gotta talk. Well, you know what I mean. Type. Should did my hair. Got two thumbs up. That's good. I was want to talk, so you don't just sit here and watch me burp for 2 hours. That would be weird, but it could happen. What's up, Krauser? How you doing today? My camera's pretty good. I can see that on my shirt. Oh, shit, I can still see that on my shirt. What the hell? Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Oh, I lost a viewer. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, you got four thumbs up. That's good. I am going to try. The sad thing is, as close as Nemophila is to where I live, the closest they're going to be performing, I don't go to that. I don't go to South by Southwest under any conditions. Nothing much. Got a relative that is quite old and has broken her arm trying to get. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, my stepmom had broke her hip. She lived out in the country and broke her hip. That sucked. I hope she feels better and hope she recovers from that. Uh, but yeah, I don't do South by Southwest. That's just a horrible place to be. Even when I was still doing stand up, I wouldn't actually go into the city to perform. I'd perform on the outskirts. I don't like South by. That's how bad I hate South by Southwest. Yeah, the Dallas show. Me and my daughter were just talking about that. The Dallas show is the only option that I actually have. Well, we had four people. We lost two. That was quick. But yeah, South by Southwest, on top of being expensive, is all the other shit that goes on. I mean, that place is a madhouse. Uh, and I said the other place closest to me is Dallas. That's still quite a drive. Damn, we're losing everybody. What the hell is going on today? YouTube playing tricks. There's at least two people, not one. Good to know. Yeah, maybe they're trying to discourage me. Ah, my other channel's actually doing better. Well, I can't say better overall, but for certain videos, my other channel is doing better than 6 days as far as views, not overall. I don't even have enough subscribers there to be monetized yet, but I still post on both places. Some people actually don't like music reactions, so they just want to hear my jokes and shit. Watch my shorts. Watch my shorts. That sounded weird. Views are overrated. Yeah, but that's how YouTube pays you, so gotta have those. But the fact that, like with this, the fact that people come here, even though the numbers are low, what is up, Brandy? Even though the numbers are low, y'all talk and make this a lot of fun. So I enjoy doing this. Like I said the other week, if I could do this all the time and not upload videos, I'd do this. I enjoy doing this. I like visiting with y'all. As long as we've been doing it, we still come up with different shit to talk about. So I really like that. Yeah. Now we can form a 3-man band. Oh, yep. Oh, that's true. We are 4 now. Woohoo! I actually had a band once where nobody else in the band was a musician, and I had to teach everyone all of their parts. That was super fun. You play the didgeridoo? That's cool. What is up? Pink Impala 2. Uh, I got 2 reactions I'm gonna try to release tomorrow. They're already shot. One of them is actually gonna be an 18 and older video. I'm actually gonna have to put that restriction on it. What's up, Terry? I'm on bass so I can pretend I'm playing. That's a good plan, Krauser. Uh, yeah, YouTube's really weird when I do videos with sensitive subject matter, but somebody suggested it, so I did it. I'm not gonna say what I thought about the song, but it's interesting. Pay attention to the lyrics. The video's kind of weird, but pay attention to the lyrics. I just reacted to a new song, so he must have just released another one already. I mean, I have to go way down the list because I don't think this one did well. The one I just released didn't do well at all, I don't think. What the hell am I doing? Oh, yeah, I have not seen that one. I reacted to Hope, and it only got 103 views in 5 days. Yeah. Like I said before, I refuse to react to the same couple of bands that get the most views. I'm gonna keep reacting to other people, but goddamn, already cut viewers in half. Huh. I knew I should have did my hair, painted my nails. Need to react to popular bands only and jump around. Yep, that's exactly what people want, but that's exactly what I'm not gonna do. I couldn't do that. I mean, even I've said that in the very beginning, like, it wouldn't be hard not to react to them now, but with Motley Crue being my all-time favorite band, I could not just react to Motley Crue songs. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get ready for that. I started writing the script on what I'm gonna compare it to, but I don't see it on my desk. It's somewhere. Oh, wait, maybe it's in my phone. Yeah, Krauser, I would feel that more people would feel that way about that. Eh, very few bands can hit home runs every time, Terry. Uh, but yeah, I couldn't be a one band. Oh wow, yes, Pink Impala, especially since you did that, and let me see where it's at. I think it's a little farther down the list, but I know there's another one. I think there's a couple. Hang on a minute, and I'll tell you. I got Banquet scheduled, and since you did that, I will move it up to. I'll bump it up to next week. It was farther down the list, but since you did that, I'll do that for you. And I'll even mention your name in the video. It'll be at the beginning. Oh, wait, maybe I should do it at the end. That way you watch the whole video. Yeah, you'll watch the whole thing since you're suggesting the song. Yeah, Krauser, that's a fact, and I point that out a lot. That fans, they're listening with biased ears, and they think that everything they put out that a band puts out is great, and it's just not the reality of it. I mean, I've said many times, I don't like over half of Motley Crue's music. Hey, Joe Duffy, what is up? I'm doing great. How are you doing? I got friends showing up. We're having conversation. It's going good so far. So I hope you heard that, Pink and Paula. I'll do it next week. It will probably be released on Wednesday. That's what I scheduled it for, provided nothing happens where I have to bump it, but I got you. That's cool of you. I appreciate that. But how you doing, Joe Duffy? Uh, yeah, I can't think of any band. As much as I like Love Bites, I could not just react to their songs. And they're one of the ones that get the most views. I couldn't do baby metal. Any of the bands that get me the most views, I couldn't just react to their music. Plus, I like the way I do this with the viewers suggesting them. I get a wide variety of shit to react to. A lot of stuff that I never even would have heard. If people hadn't convinced me to listen to J metal, I'd still be missing out. I didn't realize just how damn good it was. And now I'm getting K metal that's good. I always feel weird when the chat stops and I just keep babbling. I mean, I talk like that when no one's around. Doing all right with snowing today. PLN. I don't know what that means, Terry. What's PLN? I don't mean to sound dumb. I don't know what PLN is. Oh, all right. Right now, shit's going quick. Hang on a second. Cool. Oh, shit. I don't care where it comes from. That's cool, Terry. We're good, man. Um, there's only an infinite amount of material from any one band. You need to keep. Yes, exactly. Plus, that keeps me from looking like I get bored because people notice. Kind of borrowed some. Better hope the cops don't come knocking on my door. Borrowed some. um, but yeah, Brandy, I think if I reacted to the same kind of music all the time, I'm afraid I have to bounce. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Have a good day at work. Peace. Appreciate you coming by and the super chat. uh, but Brandy, yeah, I think if I reacted to the same bands all the time, I mean, there's days when I have a long shoot day because I try to shoot all my videos on Tuesday that I start getting tired and people pick that shit up that I'm looking tired. If y'all go far enough back in my videos, you'll actually see videos where I fell asleep while I was shooting the videos and I still uploaded them. Uh, and you can see in the comment section, somebody's like, "Are you asleep?" Because when I fall asleep, I literally black out. I'll do this big old head bob thing. That would probably be a good idea, Terry. You good, buddy? Uh, but yeah, I like jumping around. I really like uh reacting to stuff that I've never heard or that may not be my favorite kind of music. I really enjoy that. Now I don't like reacting to shitty bands or shitty rappers, but and that does happen. But I really like the different genres and moving around. Unfortunately, country doesn't do as well on my channel, but I still occasionally react to a country song. I actually have some on my list still. Uh, but I like that I do it this way, that I'm not the one picking the songs, that I do it this way, and that way I get a wide variety of music. And again, shit that I may never have heard if it wasn't for people asking for it. This week on my Patreon channel, it did not go well for my patrons. Did I ever get around to XG? I don't think I've shot anything. Didn't I put it on my list? I thought I saw it. Oh, mascara. It's right here below. Oh, y'all can't see because the lights. Damn it. Trying to show you this on the list. Down. What's up? There we go. It's right there below Polo G, Black Man in America. So it's still right there. So not yet, but it's coming. Uh, maybe 2 weeks. Maybe we'll have to see how it goes. Oh, what I was saying a minute ago about that, I'm going to release a video that's going to be for 18 and older. Oh, what videos I have for this week? I'm sorry. Um, okay, Friday I'm releasing the Mook and Dax. Dax is the one that'll be for 18 and older because of the subject matter. YouTube would, if I don't do that, YouTube will block it and make me do that anyway. So, uh, then Gunshine, Foo Fighters, the new one from Nemophila that's being released tomorrow, Block Party, Banquet, Break the Crown, Upchurch, Rocks Gang, Lightbringer. Somebody here asked me to do uh hang on, Terry, I'll look at just a second. I'm not sure who asked me to do this, but somebody in the chat asked me to do, I think it's Alivel, Aliavel. The song's called Witchcraft. I Oh yes, Tales of Promises is coming up. Uh Low Spec, Lightbringer. Uh but I couldn't find this song that they wanted. They wouldn't come up anywhere in a search. So um somebody asked me to do Little Bo Weep. They said I would love it. I wouldn't regret it. Oh, and as far as like views go, I may have to stop reacting to the Monoskin. Not that any of you have ever asked, but this is another one of those deals where SME doesn't like me as one of the two labels that fucking hate me. Whoop, yeah, as appropriate adjective. They hate me. But now they've started blocking my videos and not unblocking them just for Monoskin. That's one of my highest viewers. And where the hell is that little peep song? Sometimes I scroll too fast. Yeah, F bomb count one. Thank you. uh, where the hell's it at? Yeah, it's weird how easily that pops out sometimes. Well, it's not really weird because that's how I talk. Terry, I can't find it. Give me another one. I know I still got a little peep here on my list. So give me another one since you did that. And I'll get it on next week for you. But make it a good one. Don't make it a shitty one. I did something on my for one of my reactions on my Patreon channel I've never done. I actually hung myself. Not for real. I simulated hanging myself because of the song. I just want a good one. I don't care if it's smooth or what, as long as it's a good song. I don't want a shitty song. I really hate doing those videos where I have to say, nope, that song sucks. I really hated hanging myself. However, they were okay with it. They got it. I've never done that. Wow, I lost a bunch of people just then. Huh. So just pick a good one. You seem to know what songs I've already reacted to, so that helps out. Uh, Yeah, and I ain't reacted to people in a little while, so it won't hurt to do one. Yeah, but I can't remember who asked for that band with the song's called Witchcraft. I can't remember who asked for that, but I couldn't find it. So if I can't find it, I can't react to it. Okay. Well, I like Suicide Boys, so contrary to the rumor that goes around the internet, cracks me up when people who don't watch my reactions come on and tell people what I think. Hell, the people that watch my reactions don't know what I think half the time, other than what I say. I mean, they can't guess what I'm going to think about a song. I said he's still by far the artist I've reacted to the most. Damn, people are leaving. Don't leave. It's my birthday on Saturday. Come back. We'll celebrate it early here with me. Oh, here with me. I guess I have to be part of it. The hell? You sure I haven't reacted to that one? Don't you give me something I've already reacted to. You fuck. I'll be 56, Randy. I feel pretty good about that. Considering this will be the 20th anniversary since I figured I would die. My rock star plan was to be dead by 36. Not kill myself, just party myself to death. Terry, that title sounds really familiar. You sure? Oh wow, we're not that you're not that far ahead of me, Brandy. All right. As long as you're sure, because I don't need a bunch of little peep fans going, you already did that one. That's how I read their comments when they say that. I'd literally read it in that voice. Today I finally uh, helps if I spell finally right. Do it with tears falling down. Yeah, yeah, for sure, Krauser. A lot of them they do sound like the little. I had one guy get mad at me because I reacted to a peep. There's been a few peep songs. Like I said, there's a whole shitload. Sometimes I miss it. And he goes, and you said the same thing you said the first time. LOL. Well, that means I'm being honest, jackass. Not like I said it sucked the first time and it was great the second time, or said it was great, then it said it sucked. I said the same thing twice. So that means I mean that shit. That's the good thing about me doing these honestly, is I don't have to remember what I said. Because it's going to be the same reaction. Oh, I know. That's always what they want, Terry. I'd be a lot I'd be a lot more successful if I would just say what people want me to say. And most of them probably wouldn't get that I was being sarcastic about it. I know nobody watched a video that I shot this week. I know nobody watched it all the way to the end because there's a big blooper where I messed up really bad. And there's some serious cussing in it too. Well, not that serious. I think I just dropped one F bomb. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not trying to be nobody else. I'm not going to do any of that. I've always been myself. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. When I was doing comedy, I don't give a shit that everybody else started trying to tailor their stuff to the in crowd. I do what I do. I have to remember wish Brandy a happy birthday in August. Damn, we're back down to 3. What do I got to do? Guess people want me to do the floss again. That'll probably come have them flocking in. Look at there. You'll be 36. I remember 36 vaguely, but I remember 36. Gary should be here at some point. Yeah, he said he's going to. He said he's going to come up with some questions for me. Y'all been asking some really good questions lately. uh, 30 was a hump for me because when I was 27, for my 27th birthday, people kept guessing that I was in my 30s. So that kind of became a little thing. But once I passed 30, I was like, I don't give a shit. It was kind of weird. My rock star plan was to be dead by 36. I used to drink so much that the doctors told me when I was, I believe, 28, or right around that age, that if I didn't quit drinking, I wouldn't see my 32nd birthday. So that was kind of weird. I don't do parties. My birthday is just the birthday. Uh, I've had parties, but I am not big on having people in my house. There's very few people that we have come to our house. That's by design. Oh, let's back. I have done Q&A videos. uh, I have to tell people, like, when I work with people, I'm not into parties either. I don't like a bunch of people in my house. Matter of fact, I don't like large crowds unless they're there to see me. If I'm performing, the more the merrier. But other than that, I do not like crowds. I'm uncomfortable around crowds unless I'm performing. Uh, but I've done Q&A videos. I'll collect questions for like a month or whatever it takes to get what I feel is enough questions to make a good sized video. But when when I work with people and we're doing questions to make them feel more comfortable and help get to the root of their problems, I always tell people, be careful what you ask me because once I tell you, I can't untell you. And the answer I give you may not be the answer you're looking for. I have upset some people. I actually had a person file a complaint with me on YouTube. Oh, I would never throw a party for myself. I don't get numb. I mean, but if people start disrespecting my house, I get pretty violent. Yeah, I tell people I don't give a shit about my age. The part that makes me laugh is when I say when you get to be my age and someone thinks they're older than me, and I've got them beat by 10, sometimes 20 years. How do you not see this silver hair right here? And this shit and this shit? But that makes me feel good that I'm considerably older than a lot of people that think they're older than me. Um, but I had one person ask, and it was a kid. He asked what I think about the cops. Now, he didn't tell me his stance, but he asked what I thought. So in the video, and this is before I started watching my language, I said exactly what I think about dumbasses that are against the cops. He took it personal, said that I was bullying him, and filed a complaint with YouTube. Apparently, YouTube didn't think I did because they saw that he didn't say his stance and then me say what I said. He just asked the question and I said what I said. But yeah, he got really upset. Apparently, he did what his parents told him to and hated the cops. I'd much rather a cop show up if I need help than some crackhead from down the street. Crackhead's most likely going to steal your shoes. Say, bro, your legs are pretty broke. Let me go ahead and catch some shoes. Nice new kicks. They look like they're 13s. Yeah, that fit me perfect. But yeah, I don't like a bunch of people in our house. We family's good, but outside of that, we have very few people come to our house. But that's by design. I've seen too many people get their house trashed or shit stolen. And if you steal something from me, I don't call the cops. I fix it myself. Hey, what's up, Stefan? All right. 51 and a maiden maniac since 1985. What is up? Welcome to the live stream. We have great conversations here. You can talk about whatever you want. Uh, the only Brandy, the only reason I go to funerals is if somebody asks me to. Now I had to go to my dad's funeral because I had to deliver the eulogy. Uh, you know, my dad, my mom, my stepmom, my mother-in-law. I went to my father-in-law's funeral. Those things I go to, but yeah, I'm not a big funeral guy. Not that I'm sad, and the funeral's just for the living, has nothing to do with the dead, in my opinion. Yeah, um, I don't know. I don't really have any the family members I have issues with, I don't interact with, so that's never a problem. But yeah, weddings, I go if I'm asked. I don't ever go, "Oh, you're getting married? Can I come?" No, you're not weird, Terry. That's normal shit. I assure you, I know weird. I'm very, very weird. But death doesn't bother me at all. So it's kind of weird. I literally watched my dad die, watched him take his final breath, closed his eyes, didn't cry. I didn't cry at the funeral when I delivered the eulogy. But I cried when I wrote the eulogy. So that was kind of weird. I don't know, Krauser. I had two practice wives. Me and my wife been together for almost 30 years. April will be 30 years. Oh, see, maybe that's why it's different for me. I don't pretend like I want to be there. I'm just there. I don't pretend like I want to be there. I don't pretend like I don't want to be there. I'm just there. Now, when somebody messes up and goes, "Why are you here?" Because you asked. I didn't. I didn't ask to be here. But yeah, I handle death way different than most people. We're running people off with our death story conversation. It's okay. They're thin skinned. They don't need to be here. Watch that just be a glitch in the numbers. All of a sudden, I hate you. Okay. Death freaks you out. It does a lot of people. I mean, that's a natural thing. I was raised to accept death. You don't like talking about it? All right, we won't talk about it. I've had some early interactions with it that helped me. And when I went to EMT school, that definitely helped. All right. Well, y'all pick something else to talk about. I've answered those questions. Go ahead, pick some questions. Neither one of the Jakes have shown up here lately. Kind of weird. Let's talk about music. We talk about music all the time. And instead of saying that, you should just ask a question or made a comment. Not like your comment you made on the video the other day that hopefully you realized was kind of silly. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, that was pretty silly, but I didn't say anything. It's your right to say it. My microphone is picking that up, so y'all can hear me tapping my fingers. It was, yeah, the comment was. Somebody needs to talk. Y'all don't want me picking shit. I gotta quit tapping my fingers. Well, yeah, I try not to sound dumber than I am either, but sometimes it happens. Like yesterday at work, no one was there. I spend the first 2.5, almost 3 hours at work by myself every morning. That way I get work done. But I knocked over my coffee. It's in a smaller container like this, so it didn't like spill, like, not like an open cup. I went to catch it, broke a fingernail, still spilt coffee all over the damn place. Super fun times, but fortunately nobody was there to see it. So, oh yeah, we all do stupid shit. It's just a natural thing. Anybody that says they don't do dumb shit's a liar. Somebody does something dumb. We'll still be here. We have an hour and 24 minutes left, and people are leaving like it's over. Really weird. Last week was such a good stream. I figured more people had been back, but it didn't happen. Sure, it's because they all want to see me dance. They keep dropping in. They see me not dancing. They leave. Oh, that made my guitar ring. I don't think y'all can hear that when it does it. Yeah, that's my favorite part about this, and you would think that would be more appealing. What is up, Mickey? Oh, look at you! You trying to become a rapper? Wiki, 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 wiki. Yeah, Krauser, that does make it better. I figure if everybody can just talk about whatever they want, and we can all be part of the conversation, I would think that would be more appealing. And the fact that it's unscripted, and I'm not kind of trying to control it. I'm not skipping people. Oh, Terry, you're good, man. I mean, Brandy, you're good. Sorry about that. Uh, you're good, man. I understand. Even though some people get upset when I check my messages and shit. Oh, you got a question, Brandy? I may have to move my guitar. Got a video on Facebook right now. I posted on YouTube as well. This morning it had 2,000 views. It's up to 25,000 views right now. I'm pretty happy about that because Facebook pays better than YouTube. Hope the AI picks that up. 9 iron's not bad. Hmm. I'd like to say I prefer my 3 wood. I always use my 1 for teeing off, except for on a par 3. But my driver is just a little big. I haven't played golf in forever. I really want to play though. Hopefully, I get to a point and I retire and I can play all I want. Oh, my favorite guitarist is Steve Vai. Uh, I really, uh, It's funny you said that, Krause. I'll tell you as soon as I finish answering Stefan's question. Uh, and I can address that too, Brandy. But yeah, Steve Vai is my favorite guitarist. He has been shit for a long time. I was never a big Eddie Van Halen fan. Uh, I'm not trying to take anything away from Eddie Van Halen, but I've never been a huge Van Halen fan. Steve Vai, I've always loved Steve Vai. Uh, Most of the guitarists that I like, I mean, both of them from Love Bites, I love them, but uh, I'm just not. I'm not so big on the guys who solo really well. It's got to be the whole package that I like about them. And even though I mean Eddie Van Halen's rhythm is really underrated, I'm not a huge Eddie Van Halen fan. Don't get me wrong, I like a lot of Van Halen's music, more so with Sammy Hagar than I ever did with David Lee Roth. Okay, so Krauser, that's actually how I started playing golf for real. Was I kicked ass in the games, and I thought, man, I can do this. Brandy, golf goes against everything you're taught as a guy with sports. It's not hitting it harder is better. It's all in the way you hit it. It's all in your form, which is why it's popular with old guys. You don't have to like knock the shit out of it like you do with a baseball. It's hitting it correctly with that sweet spot. The weather in Texas right now, we started off a little chilly. It's humid. We're at 77 right now, cloudy. We've got a 60% chance of rain tonight. Uh, oh, oh, Mickey, I have a comment about that since you mentioned him. uh, um, uh, I don't know if it's Aiden's father. Oh, I didn't correct the thumbnail yet. Oh, so I'm surprised I haven't gotten another comment. But I spelled Aiden with an A instead of an E. And somebody whose last name is Fisher, an older guy, left me a hashtag comment instead of just saying you spelled it wrong or something. Left me this hashtag comment that I had to decipher. So I corrected it in the title and in the description. Uh, but uh, yeah, I thought it was pretty lame. Just say it. Don't do that. I mean, you know how many times I've had my name misspelled on flyers, even as a headliner? They misspelled my damn name. It's not what's important. What's important is people's talking about you, and you do reach a level where that's important, but that's just blah blah. And try not to sound angry about the comment. Not your comment. The way he hashtagged the comment, he could have just told me, and I would have fixed it. Um, uh, Guitar players. Okay, there you go, Mickey. I knew it was an older guy, and his last name was Fisher, and he was obviously bothered that I misspelled his first name. Uh, but Stefan, uh, I really like the Shanker brothers, both of them in their individual works. Uh, their melodies are, I really like their melodies. Uh, um, a lot of people don't like him, but Ted Nugent is really underrated as a musician. Oh, and one of my all-time favorite guitarists is Prince. Extremely underrated by non-musicians. Musicians know how good he was. Uh, yeah, that could be weird, Brandy. Yeah, there's been a lot of, I guess I'm going through another puberty. Uh, there's a lot of underrated guitar players throughout the years because they weren't flashy or trying to do all, they were just making great music. My favorite thing about Johnny Winters is the way they got him off of heroin. and he had been clean for a couple of years before they told him that he wasn't on heroin anymore. Brad Paisley is an outstanding guitarist. A lot of people write him off because he's country. Outstanding guitar player. He doesn't. It's not that he can only play country, but Glenn Campbell, Roy Clark, uh, fucking Jerry Reed. There are not many guitar players better than Jerry Reed, Glenn Campbell. Keith, oh yeah, Keith Urban. That's I was going there and I got sidetracked, but yeah, Keith Urban, phenomenal guitar player. Thanks, Low Spec. uh, yeah, I like Mark Knopfler too, but for some reason lately he's been catching a lot of flack. People calling him overrated and shit. I'm like, how do you figure? The dude is outstanding. Gary, what is up, buddy? All right. No, I have not released. uh, no, not yet, Gary, but I'll put that into my file of possibilities. Do you really think someone would want to eat something called Big Bob's Beef Turkey? I don't think that's a really good marketing scheme. Glad you made it, Gary. Oh, man, I can't believe I've done that. They did let me slide the last couple of times I've done it. They didn't take away my monetization. Oh, it's okay. Gary, you showed up, buddy. I mean, we still got an hour and 13 minutes left, so plenty of time. One more person to add to the conversation. Eric Gales. I'd have to make, I could just make one flavor. It'd have to be multi flavored in the mystery flavor. Oh, this is weird. Probably none of you have. Have you ever, oh, Bob, what's the nastiest comment you've ever gotten? um, I think the nastiest one I can't actually repeat because, yeah, I do have to be careful. Because it was bad enough that YouTube, I didn't report it, I didn't say anything, but YouTube took it down, took the comment off. I did get it screenshotted. I'm going to look back and see if I can find it real quick. I really do have a folder of the comments that I find to be bad and all that shit. But I move from time to time, I move shit off of my phone. Overcooked maggots are pretty nasty. Well, I would have to imagine. I haven't ever eaten a maggot. I know that they're full of protein and you can eat them, but I don't like the idea of eating anything that would squirt in my mouth. Wow, that is old. I have a screenshot of when I hit 7,000 subscribers. July 8th, 2020. Mail it to you? Oh yeah, if I find it, I will mail it to you. I mean, it's really not that bad. Oh, huh. Uh, well, I mean, it is bad. The language was bad, but they called me a I think it was a retard effing white boy because I dared say something against, and it wasn't even bad, but I said something about Juice World, and oh my god, people lost their damn minds. Huh? Oh, that's weird. But yeah, when I find it, Gary, I'll mail it to you. I gotta. Oh, there's a threat. uh, keep talking. I'm just looking because if I have it, then I can read it to you. Well, that's. I did find a. Oh yeah, e thugs. I'm so scared of them. Oh, the question that I mentioned, I still have a screenshot of it. The person that asked me what I think about cops, his username was HJ. Have I ever been attacked at a show? No. I'm 6'1", 250. No, people don't normally mess with me. Not to mention, if I'm not trying to make you laugh, people say I look kind of mean. Uh, wow. I've never been called a Nazi. I get called stupid. Oh, I get called the N word more than I get called white boy. Uh, um, um, huh. Picture me and my wife on our wedding day. She looks good, huh? Not me. uh, oh, here's one of my favorites. If you can see this, so I don't have to say it. If I can get the camera to zoom in, there we go. In case you didn't notice, the F word's right up here. His comment started there. I get that one a lot too. F you, old man. Man, I really wanted to find that. Yeah, straight and to the point. Y- Yeah, I've already moved it into my computer. I got called. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on camera, so let's get the camera to focus. Stop trying to focus on me, camera. I don't know if I can say that on camera because that word's frowned upon these days. I get called that a lot too. I think that's weird. Do you know any German bands? Um, what was that? Totenhosen? And which they kind of pissed me off because I reacted to them and they're supposed to be so punk, but they blocked my video. Uh, you didn't put Scorpions on your list. I like the Scorpions. Uh, I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I think there's another German band. Oh yeah, Krauser, I know. I was just scrolling through and I saw that one. It made me laugh. I can't count how many times I. Oh, here's a good one. Oh, I think I can say this one. Somebody named Low Fat Milk said I'm annoying cunt, you pal, because I didn't like Convolk, or I said something he didn't like about Convolk. Uh, I get called salty a lot. Oh, this is the one where I didn't like a song because it was ridiculously long and it sucked. Had nothing to do with it being long. The song sucked, and somebody was mad because when I did the reaction, I was wearing a Pink Floyd shirt. Oh shit! Yeah, they act like I murdered someone. And a guy named Kevin the trucker or the truck driver, he got mad at me because I ended a video. Have I seen? Um, that sounds familiar, dude. Okay, what's the reaction, Gary? While I'm looking, I recognize that thing that he's got there. Didn't I? Did I try to react to them and delete it? That name's sticking out, Mickey. I gotta look. I can't remember if I reacted to them and deleted it, or if I uploaded it. I may have deleted it. It may have been. I remember the name of that band, but I can't remember if I reacted to it and deleted it because I got too mean or what. I may have deleted that, dude. Sometimes there's some stuff y'all tell me to react to. Oh, um, is that the band from Alaska? That's where I know it from. I didn't delete it. That's on my Patreon channel, I think. Let me look to make sure. Completed reactions. I think that's where I know that name from. And if that is the band, I loved them. And I have another reaction to them, but that's on my Patreon channel. Uh, like I said, those guys, and again, I'm not promoting it, but those guys, they pay to be there, so they get what they want. And it says I don't have to worry about views. It's whatever they ask, I react to. And it's still honest. This week, I didn't like over half the songs I reacted to. And as I said earlier, in case y'all weren't here, I actually hung myself, pretended to hang myself during someone's reaction or one of the reactions. Oh, yeah, I reacted to that band. The song's called Phenomenon. Dug the shit out of them. And I have another reaction coming up for them. But again, that's on my Patreon channel. It's not on my. Was it that bad? Yeah, for me it was. React to New Year. Oh, I don't need to react to Yeet. How all the little kids call me that shit. Hey, Gary, what's the reaction for cunt or the comeback for cunt? I think Storm is the next one I'm doing, Mickey. Uh, Mickey, message me through Instagram or uh, if you have one of my email addresses, and I'll send you the link for that so you can see what I thought about it. Can I write it here? Hell yeah, you can write it there. What's going to happen? They'll block it. They block a lot of your comments, anyways, Gary. I'm not. I'll release it if it gives me the option. I'll release it. What's up, DC? Good to see you. Glad you can make it. Uh, but Krauser, to me, it was that bad. It kept dragging on. Fortunately, the person who suggested it, he knows me really well as far as seeing me do this, so he didn't get upset. I made a comment during one person's reaction, and they actually found it funny, and they emailed me to let me know how funny they thought it was. Man, everybody's got. Oh yeah, you're in Germany, so yeah, it's time to go work. Hey, be safe, man. Peace, and make sure you stop by again sometime. It's good to have you here. And we got a cool bunch of people that hang out here, so come back anytime. You're always welcomed here. Everybody's welcomed here, except you know the people that I block. That sounded weird. All right, but yeah, Gary, write your comment there, and if they block it, email it to me. That way, I still get it. Uh, but who was that? Krauser? Was it that bad? I literally threw the rope over and. Um, I like Sabbath. Sabbath. What the hell? Am I seriously going through puberty again? I like Sabaton, but I can't remember how many songs I've reacted to from them. But it started getting old for me because they started kind of sounding the same. And if I don't say what those people think, they get pissed. The coolest thing that happened with Sabaton is one of the songs I did a reaction to, the daughter of the guy that the song's about commented on the video. She liked it. She liked what I said. I like some of Nightwish's songs too, but Nightwish has some real asshole fans. Cool. Cheers. Uh, oh, they block it. Yeah, email it to me, Gary. And if you email it to me now, I'll read it live right here. Well, I may have to censor it, but all right. Uh, but Nightwish, I like a lot of the songs. Just their fans are such, not all of them, but the ones that are assholes are such assholes. It's not worth reacting to them. Yeah, I got my email pulled up, Gary. So if you send it to me, I'll know what it is. Uh, yeah, I thought it was cool too. But yeah, the Nightwish fans just got so ridiculous. It's just not that. I don't give a shit what they think. It's the hassle of comment after comment after comment after comment after comment. I hate my phone's blowing up going, you have a notification. Oh, yeah, that is true. There's one band that I'm not going to say, even though they talked about me on their website. They seem to let bygones be bygones. Or the majority of the fans, anyways. They were cool when I came back. And had nothing to do with the band. I even have one guy who, when I was away, talked shit about me, didn't talk to me, and then started talking shit about me again about the same video. You're only punishing the viewers. Because if I'm mad, I'm going to give a bad reaction, so I didn't want to do that. Which band is the worst? Um, okay. Oh, Krauser, I brought that up with Nightwish fans, and they were like, "The band has nothing to do with this." I'm like, "You're making the band look bad." I don't not saying that the band has anything to do with it. You're making the band look bad. Um, which band is the worst? I have to say, I mean, since I quit reacting to them because of their fans, I have to say Nightwish. Again, it's only the asshole fans, not the other fans that understand. It's just my opinion. Uh, Nightwish, uh, Juice World fans can get kind of out of hand. Uh, most of your 14-year-old rap kids get out of hand with regardless of what the band is. But I have to say that Nightwish had the worst because I actually stopped reacting to them because of. No, that's not how that works, Terry. I think anybody that turns the comments off, that's kind of bitch. I mean, I've had to block a few comments or not block them, not approve a few comments. Uh, I only block trolls when they become a pain in the ass. Like if they start going through all of my videos making the same comment, I'll block them just because that's stupid. But no, I'm not turning the comments off. I hate when somebody has the comments turned off. You're trying to leave a positive comment and they got comments turned off because they're a little bitch afraid somebody's going to say something bad. I'm not afraid of anybody saying anything bad. I don't give a shit. And the the algorithm doesn't distinguish between a good or bad comment. They just see a comment, which is why sometimes I react to the trolls because they'll say something back, and now I've tripled or quadrupled the comments on a video, which helps the algorithm bump it up in the list. It's strategy. I didn't just start doing this, which a lot of people seem to think. It's been a while, but I had somebody give me oh, I almost dropped another F bomb. That would have been number 3. Um, I don't know, Krauser. I haven't had any problems. Now, I did do a reaction. Everybody knows Love Bites is my favorite band. I did do a reaction where I did not like the performance. I mean, others have been fine. Yeah, well, that's what true fans do. They don't act superior. They love the band and support the band. Uh, but Love Bites fans lost their minds when I didn't like a performance. It wasn't so much the song, it was the specific video I reacted to. I didn't care for. I didn't even say anything bad about it. I didn't like it as much as the other ones. They got a little upset. Uh, Namafla fans, what's up, Purple? Namafla fans, they get on to me about how I pronounce it. But that's not how she says it. Yeah, she's Japanese. I'm American. We say everything different, jackass. But people seem to have backed off of that, so I don't get that so much anymore. Bandmate fans have been the worst as far as getting shitty with me. Uh, yeah, I think if YouTube blocked that one, Gary, but I like that one. If you're back, I hope you're back. I'll point that out the next time. So I don't get called that a whole lot, uh, but when I do, I will use that. Uh, I don't think I've had any. What's the worst band? Oh shit. uh, well, Jaden Smith is one of them. I couldn't make it a third. I was literally pissed off that people suggested that song to me. Um, I don't like Frank Ocean and like Ricky Hill. I hate Yeet. I think Slump AK was the worst. And I think he sat in his room and recorded it on his little Toy Story tape recorder, had some of his friends hype it up, suggest it. I was literally pissed off when I did that one. People always ask me that, dude. Uh, who? Jaden Smith? He's more of a rapper, but he just sucked. Horrible, garbage. Um, oh, the AK. I don't know how you classify him. He literally sounded like some little 14-year-old kid that did a shitty recording and put it out. His the cover for his video uh looked like he drew it with crayons, maybe glued some shit, a piece of card paper and drew some shit on it. It was garbage. It's horrible. So I don't even think he was really anything. I think he just thought, a lot of kids see like you doing something. Oh, I can do that. I can play guitar. My daughter dated this guy. Here's a little tip. If you can't play guitar, never tell a guitarist you can play guitar unless you're somewhere where there's no guitar around. And even then, we have questions we can ask you to make you look stupid. But this dude told me, oh, yeah, I play guitar and I sing. I've been compared to George Strait. So I told my granddaughter, I said, go get my guitar. So she brought my guitar in, and he looked like a baby that just discovered his fingers trying to form a chord. And then said what all non-guitar players say when they're put in that situation. I don't like to play other people's guitars. That translates into, I don't know how to play guitar. I'm stupid. I wish I'd never said that. So took my guitar away from him. But he never said that again. So, uh, DC, I can't really pick my favorite. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Uh, I know that the video, it wasn't actually, yeah, you can't try guitar a couple of times. This is the most, this is embarrassing 6 days, but relatable. What's embarrassing? Oh, Gary, I said that I don't know if I should say that because the AI might pick that up, but I will definitely use that and give you credit. I don't get called that word a lot, but when I do, I will use that. Uh, yeah, guitar's not something you can try a couple of times. My dad kind of pissed me off before he got sick. Uh, he used to play banjo, but he cut off the tip of one of his fingers, and they decided he wanted me to teach him guitar. And he thought I've been playing since I was 14, and he thought he was just going to be as good as I am. after a couple of lessons, and I was kind of insulted. I mean, I didn't say anything to him because he's my dad, but yeah, there you go, DC. You and Terry decide what's your favorite songs. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, and I'm not going to scroll through all the songs and go, "That's it." Uh, I so I was kind of insulted that he thought he was just going to pick up a guitar and play as good as I do. I did make him mad when I first started learning guitar. He had a guitarist that he really liked, and he said, "Well, when you can play like this guy, why is there no Tom McDonald song?" What do you mean? Oh, I know, right? uh, I don't, DC. I don't know what you mean about why there's no Tom McDonald song. He hasn't released anything new that I've seen in a while. I reacted to the last song he released, or the last one I know of. I've just seen post a lot of videos of him talking. Uh, I started out as a drummer. Well, actually, started out with trumpet, but I saw I'm really good on trumpet, and I have a, I guess my instructor said it was a rare talent. I can continually breathe, or I can breathe while continuing a steady note without breaking the note. Was cute as F. I don't think I reacted to that. That don't sound familiar. Uh, but when I saw Louis Armstrong's cheeks, how big they were got, I decided right then that's I'm not playing trumpet. Anything that's gonna make my face get that big. So I switched to drums. I'm a decent drummer. I love playing drums, but I didn't like sitting behind the band. And back when I was playing drums, you were supposed to just sit back there and keep time and not show off like Tommy Lee or uh, what's his name, the drummer for Hailstorm. You were just supposed to sit back there, and I didn't like that because I like showing off. So I switched to bass. Bass was kind of boring for me. I probably should have stuck with that. I like it a lot, but the guys who played lead guitar and sang got all the pussy. So that was my motivation to switch to guitar and start singing. The main reason I started singing in the bands is because nobody else wanted to sing. How can you request a song? Well, you could email me, you could message me on uh, Instagram, or you could post it right here since you're here in my live stream. Didn't you request a bunch of songs last week that I haven't got to yet? I don't remember. Just go ahead and request your one song. You're here every week, so you guys have priorities. Got to step off camera for a minute. Y'all probably still be able to hear me, but I got to step off camera. Yeah, when it's humid here and the AC kicks on. Okay, 6 days. What do you think about the new Chinese bubbles? Uh, I don't know. I work for Walmart, but I work in grocery. I don't. Uh, I don't. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the Chinese bubbles. They're probably not going to be good. Yes, I have. Brandy. Well, I think it's the same guy. But I think I know who you're talking about because this guy definitely plays like Animal. Uh, yeah, y'all are. Y'all are here all the time, so absolutely, Terry. But due to regulations and shit, and Walmart being China's biggest importer, uh, probably not good. But I don't know. I haven't seen or heard anything about him, so. But I do love guitar. I enjoy playing drums. I'm just not as good as I used to be. However, I still keep up my double bass. That's kind of weird. Oh, Duran Gray. They did okay. You. Ugh. My phone trying to make me lose. I cannot stand autocorrect. I know what I'm spelling. I don't need it to tell me I'm spelling it wrong. Well, I haven't heard anything about that yet. They usually address that stuff pretty quick with us at work so that we can help quell all the panics. And I'm not a Walmart guy, even though I work at Walmart. I've been there for 24 years. I am not a company guy, and they know that. But I also don't like false shit going around. But they haven't told us anything. And when I say false shit, I'm not saying what you're talking about, Mickey. What I'm talking about is Walmart did an experiment with some stores, and Walmart has a minimum number that each store must turn in profit annually. And when that doesn't happen, they cut their losses by closing the stores down. So they did some test stores. And when they failed, they closed them all down. And the herd got spooked and went, "Oh my God, Walmart's closing." No, no, they closed those stores. They closed up all the stores in Puerto Rico because the Puerto Rican government started taxing them too much. So they just closed them, just instantly shut them down and left. So they do shit like that. So I'm not sure yet. I haven't heard anything at work. And even though they say don't tell anybody, I usually tell my friends if there's something they need to know. But I would imagine if it's in Portland, it probably has to do with crime, and they're probably not hitting the numbers. Ah, see that? Did you notice I said that before you said that? Uh, that's where I was going. If the crime is so high that they're losing money, they'll close it down. It doesn't make any sense to be as large as they are to lose money. That's dumb. So all this law about we're not prosecuting people under certain dollar amounts, that's retarded. And watch the AI bump me for that. And let me say something about retarded. Some people get offended by that word. We allow imbecile, moron, uh, a few other things. Those are lower on the intelligence scale than retard. I hope they don't close Walmart down. No, they're not going to close Walmart down. Not to mention, Walmart would cut their losses in a town or with certain stores. They'll cut their losses, but I promise you, they're always working on bigger and better ways to do things. Again, not company guy, being realistic, telling you what I know. They're always working on bigger and better things. Walmart could probably close a lot of their stores, but their online business is doing well. Their home delivery, and if home delivery became the thing, they could just close the stores and it only have employees in the stores delivering you your shit. I like to go shopping. I don't like to spend money. I like to go to the store. So, but I do a lot of online shit. Uh, a lot of people hate self checkout. Why is Brandy saying numbers? It, Brandy was telling Gary the score. Brandy is watching a soccer match right now or a football match. So imagine he's telling Gary the score. So I'm guessing the score is 3-1. I prefer self checkout because I don't like the interaction with most of the cashiers. Not to mention, I'm faster than most of the cashiers without dumbass interaction. And if it doesn't ring up, look at me. Man, I'm on fire. Uh, and if it doesn't ring up on the third scan, it just goes in the bag. And you can go, well, that's theft. No, I tried 3 times. I live life by the rules of baseball. Ask my family. 3 strikes. You're either going to get your ass whipped. We're done. That's just the way it works. Have I ever had a bad experience with a customer? I've had bad experience with employees. Again, I'm a pretty big guy in person. Most people, um, I'm okay with video baseball, but I love playing baseball. Had I not been such a dumbass, I probably would have been a pro player. Uh, I've had some bad interactions with people. I haven't had to hurt anyone. Uh, in a long time. Oh yeah, I love baseball, and I'm center fielder. If I had not got into I'm going to play music for a living, I probably would have went that route. Uh, I did have a it wasn't so much of an interaction. When my kids were little, if I said I'm going to bust your butt, that's like your first warning. But when it switched to I'm going to bust your ass, they knew a spanking was coming. I never yelled at my kids in public, never embarrassed them. And I always warned them, if you embarrass me in public, I'll embarrass you. So we had an understanding. So it was never an issue. I like to play basketball, but I don't like to watch it. I cannot stand watching basketball. But I love baseball. And I don't understand why people don't like baseball, but it is what it is. We're all different. It's like music. Uh, oh, I love playing soccer too. Well, used to. I probably can't do it now. But I probably would if my friends said, "Hey, let's play." Uh, oh shit, what was I talking about? Oh, the spanking. We were in Walmart one day. My son was small enough; he was still riding in the cart. My kids almost never acted up in public, but he kind of was testing me. So I leaned over. Well, they do say football, Terry, because that's actually what soccer is called. Soccer is not the proper name for that sport. Uh, so, uh, well, Germany is where I got really into playing that because that's what we played with all the kids. And when we tried to teach them American football, that didn't work out real well, so we didn't do that too much. Uh, but so I had leaned over and said quietly, "If you don't stop, I'm gonna bust your ass." My daughter said, "Dad, that man's looking at you. Someone heard me tell him that." So I looked over at him and I said, "That's okay. If he doesn't mind his own business, I'm going to take him out and whoop his ass too." He decided to mind his own business and move along. That's actually changing the subject a lot. I don't really have an opinion. Well, it's not really changing the subject a lot. I don't. They left all of the departments at Walmart. They tried to steal something. I was there. From what I understand, contrary to the videos you see online, Walmart is not supposed to stop you. Now, there's some big ticket items. If they see you, they have the right to question you, but they're not supposed to stop shoplifters. I see videos all the time of them doing it, but I think policy says you're not supposed to do that, which would add to the whole Portland thing. Because if they're just stealing a shitload of stuff, absolutely, let's just shut this store up and leave. There's still nothing. How about that? Uh, but yeah, I see people steal shit. It's none of my business. I mean, I'm not going to get shot because I stopped someone from stealing a jacket, especially if I'm with my granddaughter. That would be devastating to her. By the way, if you're going to shoot me, you better make damn sure you're more than an arm's length away. Oh, I've been working on some new takedown moves, learning some new takedown moves. Oh, it's going to hurt somebody. The takedown moves I already have will hurt you, but been learning some really good ones. Night Krauser, see you next week, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Is it true that Americans are eating a lot? I'm not. I'm not that guy. Uh, I would guess some of the lazy asses that are sitting at home, maybe, because right now the culture is not work. Well, that works too, Brandy, Mickey. But sometimes you just don't have a Ram pickup truck with you. Me? I'm an old guy with short hair, black t-shirt. I'm on YouTube. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, there's a whole lot about that COVID quarantine bullshit that people aren't focusing on. But I guess some people are eating more. We don't. We eat like we normally do. We're all, when I say healthy, I don't mean healthy as in we eat a lot. I mean healthy as in we watch what we eat. Me and my family. I don't really give a rat's ass about anybody else. So that quarantine was bullshit. I worked because I'm considered an essential worker. I worked all the uh, Lil Pump should never be equated to anybody. Maybe a pile of shit that you stepped in, but Lil Pump shouldn't be compared to anyone. That dude is a joke. Granted, he's a rich joke, but what a joke. uh, yeah, Brandon, that's kind of how it works. Once it goes in your mouth, you can't see it. um, but I worked all the way through quarantine. They overhyped that shit. But it's all about control. Getting people used to this whole mask bullshit is just getting people. Oh, I'm sorry. That's irresponsible irresponsible of me to say, even though it's true. It's getting people used to conformity. Terry, you know what? I'm gonna take a picture of that comment that you just made. Let me take a picture of that. And the next time you shit on some good music, I'm going to post this picture. That way everybody knows to ignore what you said. Lil Pump used to be. uh, okay. I just had shrimp and chips last night. If you're referring to the UK chips, which we call French fries here. The Germans call them pommes frites. Man, I'm glad you said that, Terry. That was a good laugh. Thanks, man. Oh, y'all are talking about actual French fries. I mean, potato chips. I know y'all were talking about actual potato chips. My favorite chips are plain tortilla chips. Okay, that's what I thought you meant. Fries. Um, that's good. You shouldn't. What's up? Hey, it's okay if you're late. You made it. 31 minutes left. I'll check that out, Brandy. I'm not going to react to it, but I'll check it out. I could use a good laugh. Yeah, you get credit for you made it. uh, but yeah, I love French fries. I don't want a bunch of shit on them. And just a little bit of salt. I like them to actually taste like potatoes. I have diabetes, type 2 diabetes. I do not take insulin. I'm trying to get off the pill they have me on because it doesn't actually cure anything. and I don't believe in being on long term. Yeah, participation trophy. But the fact that you made it, that's all that matters. Hey, did y'all notice at the end of the stream last week, right as I was turning it off, some little troll popped in and called me old man right as I was ending it? I didn't get a chance to say any stupid shit back. Hey, have y'all been having trouble? I don't know if any of you watch it back. I can't remember if it was Mickey. Somebody watched back and they said that they couldn't see the chat. When I watched it, I saw it was up, so I made sure the buttons were all checked. So if you watch it back later, you should be able to see the chat. None of us are old. We're all doing well. I don't think you're old, lady. DC, I don't know who it was. I can't remember his name. He's done it before. I kicked him out. I didn't block him. I just kicked him out. Uh, just some young punk. Yeah. The only reason I don't allow them in is because then they just sit there and they keep spamming, saying the same stupid shit. So I don't like them in my stream. Most of us here are oldish. You're probably not any older than us. It DC, it should be like the very last comment, and if it's not, that means I had already hit end and it didn't register it. I think it was like the very last comment as I hit in to end the stream. I have a little red button right there to end the stream, and I think I may have already hit the button. You're older than me. You know how old I am, or how old I'll be this Saturday? I know everybody here is older than you, Terry. My first concert was Kiss. Uh, Dynasty, not Dynasty. The tour before Dynasty. Oh, oh shit! Then I guess you are by like 4 years. That's okay. That's like you said. That's oldish. That's not old. But yeah, I guess you're like about 4 years older than me. Oh, 5. 34. Damn, DC, how old do you think I am? Brandy, that may have been the same tour that I was going to see Maiden on, but in Germany. But my dad got pissed off at me, told me I couldn't go, so I sold my ticket, and then he woke me up the morning of the show so that I could catch the train to Nuremberg to see him. I was like, "You told me I couldn't go." He said, "You know I wouldn't keep you from going for that." No, I didn't know that. I sold my ticket. Whatever, Terry. You might have been born before you saw it on TV. Yeah, there are certain things my dad had zero tolerance for. He didn't like me beating people up, regardless of the reason. But my dad was nonviolent. Not my biological father. He was super violent, which is why I'm the way I am. But my dad was nonviolent, and he was always telling me, "Well, you could just walk away." No, no, I had to kick his ass so that he knew that that was the end of it. Yeah, Brandy, that was a rough one for me to swallow there. That yeah, that was oh man, that was tough. Yeah, definitely not 34, because that would mean I was born in 38, and I damn sure wasn't born in 38 or 39. That's way off. However, as bad as this looks, if I was that old and looked like this, that'd be good. Yeah, Terry, that whole ordeal is very disturbing. Um, yeah, I think so. It seems like the album. Oh yeah, Blizzard of Oz came first. Never mind, because Blizzard of Oz came out in like late '79, early '80, right in that time frame. So yeah, Diary of a Madman came out afterwards. So yeah, about '81, '82 would be correct. You know, Terry, what bothers me is there's people who say that it didn't happen. That's what disturbs me. I've met Holocaust survivors, real life in the flesh. So for some people to dismiss what happened to them, that makes me sick. But yeah, it's hard to imagine that shit really happened. You don't know what the Holocaust is, DC? Google it. I've seen Alice Cooper 7 times now. Uh, no, I just happen to like the shirt. We ate there last night, and I thought the shirt looked cool, and that's why I bought it. Not my favorite chain steakhouse. I just saw the shirt and liked it. That's why we ate dinner last night. So, Terry, by saying it that way, you're way underplaying what actually happened. Way under. That is not uh way under. Yeah, DC, if you don't know, man, you should look that shit up. Now, the easiest way to say it, Terry, is to say that the Nazis, Hitler, tried to completely eliminate the Jews. The tortures and shit that those people endured, the ones that got killed instantly, they were the lucky ones. The ones that were led to the gas chambers and burned and all that shit, that were shot, done, had medical experiments done on them. There's a lot of good documentaries about what happened. A lot of even better books. And Frank House is a good place to go if you want to learn shit. Yeah, and the odd thing was that he stood in front of those people and said, "If you're not this tall, blonde hair, and blue eyed, you are not perfect." And he was none of those things that he was preaching. It tells you how powerful his speech was, his speaking capabilities. I wrote a paper on him and Martin Luther King and the similarities with their power of speech. Uh, DC, to be honest, I think it would be a mistake, but I could be wrong. Uh, Not to mention, I don't think if they were to bring them back, clone those animals, bring them back from DNA, it wouldn't be exactly what the animal was initially because everybody knows that cloning loses something from the original. So I don't think it would be, but and it could be a mistake, or it could just be a tourist attraction. Look what we did. And then those animals will be like the poor animals in the zoos. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. They, I don't know that they actually want to. I know it's been discussed, and they'll use chicken DNA to do that, but I don't know. And I think bringing those animals back is not the biggest thing we need to be concerned with. That is exactly right, Brandy. You can't blame the humans for that one. Yeah. Um, why DC? Why we can't blame us for those animals being extinct? We weren't around. They went extinct long before the humans or us. A lot of shit we can be blamed for, but uh, I think the main thing we need to be concerned with is what they're doing with AI right now with computers. If you've never watched any of the videos about Boston Robotics, I have a lot of friends that see that shit and go, "Oh, that's cool." No, no, a robot that can literally learn like that, that's not cool. Because with robots, it's either an I or an O. There is no gray area, and to be a decent human being, you have to have gray areas. All right, Gary. Peace, man. I mean, Terry. Yeah, look up Boston Robotics and look what, or yeah, it's Boston Robotics. Look what they're doing with, yeah, they rhyme. Look what they're doing with robots. Me and my daughter just went and watched a movie last night called Megan about an artificial robot that learns. There's just so much more we need to be worried about that nobody's worried about. Well, ain't gonna do you any good to worry about it. You're not gonna be able to stop it. Life's too short to spend all of it worrying. Yeah, well, Megan will possibly come true too. I don't think they'll make a child's toy like it was in the movie, but those videos we watch with Boston Robotics, where they can run, they can climb, they learn, they remember everything. That's some scary shit. Well, yeah, I would rather go human on human. Zombies, that's silly. That will never happen. Even though the United States government has a zombie apocalypse plan in place. How about that? Yeah, I would imagine that would go really well. Teddy Ruxpin. I remember Teddy Ruxpin put Motley Crue shot at the devil and him let him go. uh, I didn't really notice it, but before I quit playing Modern Warfare, I was told, yeah, World War III is way more realistic and likely than any kind of zombie apocalypse. Uh, but supposedly, uh, first role shooter or yeah, first person shooters are the game that you're playing is supposed to remember the way you play, and it's supposed to change the experience. Not on all games, but I'd read about that with some of the games. So, like, because I don't like playing the computer. When I play those games, I like to play another human being because you can figure out the computer. But supposedly, the computer is supposed to, when you play it, it's supposed to remember how you play, and then it'll change it up the next time so it's not the exact same thing, which makes for a better game experience. But I don't want that shit in real life. Because in the game, if you know you get shot around this corner, you know to avoid that corner or to be ready and shoot the computer. So that's the one thing I don't like about playing the computer. But if it learns your playing way, still in the end, you're going to be in trouble. I just prefer playing human beings. Got 14 minutes left. Anything else you want to know? Is that creepy? Make my eyes blue, super blue. Yeah, World War III is definitely more plausible and likely than any of the other scenarios. In DC, if it was humans versus robots, since there's no gray area, you lose, especially a robot that can remember everything and learn everything quicker than you can. Games you've been playing been getting older. Older as in you getting tired of playing them, or they're just falling behind in technology. Oh, it's not just you, DC. A computer that is self-learning will learn quicker than any of us. We can't learn at that speed. Yeah, exactly, Brandy. That's exactly what that is. And it's weird. The shit that we thought back then was so far fetched. That's not going to happen. Eh, probably not too far off. And the other thing is, you're using robots to build robots. It's only a matter of time they figure it out. Oh wow. I can't really say oh wow because once I find a game I like, well used to, I stuck with it. I really liked Metal Gear until Snake Eater. That was such a letdown. I never went back. Like GTA until San Andreas came out. We actually took that back and got our money back. Brittany, I've been sitting here staring at your comment and not reading it. I was just looking at it. And I was like, oh, there's a comment. Yeah, Brandy, exactly. Yeah, that's what Brandy was just saying about the communicators. The waterbed was actually invented for a space age movie, and then look how popular they were for a long time. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of shit that we've seen in movies, and they're just at the time were so far fetched. But then again, look at the shit that they said. Oh, by the year 2000, we'll have this. No, we don't. We do kind of, but they're not in commonplace like the movies made it seem. But yeah, there's so much shit that's just become part of our daily life. Look at computers. Computers. Uh, but shit, I always thought wireless phones were cool. We always had that like 20-foot cord so that I could go from the hallway to my bedroom and talk on the phone. And now we got cell phones. But this is so much fun with just the five of us hanging out. And we only got 10 minutes left. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, the movie that I keep saying is gonna become popular is Idiocracy. I always say, "We're not far off from putting Gatorade on the crops." Wondering why they ain't growing. Yeah. There's a lot of movies out there that when we watch them, damn, that's a long time, low spec. Oh, oh, that felt good. Uh, but yeah, I think a large part we need it's humans themselves that we need to be concerned with the change. Because you look at all the disrespect and me shit going on in our societies. Yeah, it's that Tyson DeGrassi, whatever the hell his name is. Saw him on Joe Rogan, and he was talking about changing salt water into fresh water. He said we can do it. It's just not cost effective, so nobody's doing it yet. I don't know that that's irrational, Brandy. I mean, that could happen. Oh yeah, Mickey, I've seen several videos of that shit that's been on the Simpsons that's come true. Yeah, but Brandy, that's not really an irrational fear. That's a plausible fear. I never worried about that, but it is a plausible fear, and it's kind of weird that I never worry about because I one of my biggest fears is drowning. Yeah, and it turns out the wind shit is not as effective as they thought it was going to be. I think solar power is a better option, but I don't think the technology is correct yet. And as far as that goes, people that are driving electric cars, you should have a solar powered car because you're still using electricity. It blows my mind how many dumbasses think that they buy an electric car. It's green, it's helping the planet. No, you still have to use electricity to charge your dumbass car. Not to mention the ecological damage it causes after your car has ended its life. I need to be back next week so we can have more conversation like this. I'm enjoying the shit out of this. Yes, exactly, Brandy. 100%. It can't take that much to charge that battery. And on top of your car is the perfect spot to it. Yes, exactly. And charge your battery. Yeah, but low spec. I know for a fact with lots of other things they use step ups. So you have low voltage coming in and they can step it up. I would think they could come up with that technology to uh take the low wattage that's coming in from the solar power and amp it up, I would think. Well, that's still better. A parking lot full of solar panels is still a hell of a lot better than the electricity they're using that they say that they're helping. Shit, we're running out of time. Now we're getting into really good, deep conversation. The time's clicking off faster. Imagine that. Yeah, that's true, low spec. But I kind of feel like it's everything else in life. They give us a little bit and make you want more and more and more. And then the next thing comes out. No, I solved the mystery of the car. I didn't think you really meant care unless you had a Boston accent. There's a lot of things I think they could and should do. They're not gonna do it until they find a cheaper way to do it and to charge us more and screw us over. It's working out well. We have 5 minutes left, and I'm holding back a ferocious piss. I don't know if y'all could tell by the look on my face, but that's what I'm focusing on. I can't remember who mentioned that earlier. Next week, have a good question that you want to know. Somebody said something about questions. Ask away. Well, yeah, low spec. Everything's being designed now to wear out so that we have to replace it faster. And we live in this throwaway society where it's cheaper to do. Yeah, they're going to wait until they have us where they want us. That's what Degrassi was saying about water. They can turn salt water into fresh water that's potable that we can drink, but it's not cost effective right now, and we're not at that time. Or I could get a solar panel hat to power a small air conditioner to keep me cool in the hot Texas sun. All right, well, I gotta start winding down because we got 2.5 minutes left. Uh, but yeah, if you're really interested, come up with a question. Because some of you ask questions, but somebody mentioned earlier about me answering questions. I've done videos like that before. Uh, it doesn't matter what it is, just bizarre off the wall shit. Uh, Several of you that are pretty good at that, like just random stuff. Because the other week I actually had to stop and think about answers to some of the questions I was asked. Hey, Brandy, you're here, buddy. That's all that matters to me. And I understand watching. Oh, that's cool, Spec. Um, but no, Brandy, you're good, man. You're here. I understand. That's why I try not to have shit going on while I'm talking to y'all. Because oh, look at that, look at that, and y'all have seen when I get messages, I have to respond to them. But uh, yeah, as always, I appreciate y'all being here and spending this time with me and talking. The conversation is always great. And I think I can't remember who said it earlier. The fact that this isn't scripted and we can talk about whatever and everyone has an intelligent conversation, I enjoy the shit out of that. So I look forward to it every week. But as always, I appreciate y'all being here. I will see you again next Thursday, same Bob time, same Bob channel. And I hope y'all are safe and you have a great week. And I don't know, a little of that. But seriously, I do appreciate y'all being here. So I'll see y'all next week. Bye. I'm going to do the countdown. I'm leaving in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.